Hi, welcome back. This is Lokesh again. Welcome back to this course on Google App Engine. Um, now, till now we have talked about how to create a project, and I'm just waiting for my software installation to end so that I can proceed further. In the meantime, you would also have got, or you would be in process of getting one mail which will have the courseware with you. That is the book with you. So using that on nitstudent.com, you can access the student guide and the lab guide, and it has got the slides and the steps to be performed on the lab exercises. So let me check. Okay, so you need to use these IDs. Okay, so do one thing. Go to nitstudent.com, and there you can access this. These are the IDs. You can select one of the IDs which you can see over here. S131135600034. Password is DIS2015, etc. These are the different IDs. So you can select any one of them. I think there are more participants than ID, but anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 IDs are available. So select this. Go to Google nitstudent.com, and you can access the courseware and the lab guide from there. Did you get this IDs, everybody? I've shared with you the IDs. Please click plus for IDs. No, you can see over here. Can you just, I'll re-pull it. Just check again. Have you got this ID? You just note it down if you want. Use this ID, have the ID and password for this training. All of you got this? No, you don't forget about the mail. Just look at over here. Just look at the screen. Can you see the screen? There are some login IDs and password. Use any of the login ID and password displayed on the screen to log into nitstudent.com to access the courseware. Okay? So now click on yes or no. You can access the courseware, right? How will you get it? The book name would be there. Google App Engine in the list. Here, I'm just showing you where the book is. Here it is. Here, this one. Developing and deploying Google Apps for Google App Engine Lab Guide. And developing and deploying apps for Student Guide. So I'll just go through the steps of what we'll be performing once the software is in place using the lab guide. Okay, this is the activity now. What we need to do is build a simple cloud application using Google plugin. Okay. So first of all, what you need to do is ensure you have a Gmail account. Second, create a new project on Google App Engine, which I showed you how to do. Now next is create a new web application project. Run the application on local server and deploy on Google App Engine. There are steps number 3 and 4, 3, 4 and 5, which I will show you once my Eclipse starts to 100 is done under 100%. Till that time, let's just look at the steps. So first of all, I have got this project which is being created. So I just shown you how to create a new project. So here Sage Artifact 89311 is the name of the project which has got created. Mine may be different. And once the application is deployed, it's generally HTTP or HTTPS Sage Artifact 89311. The ID which is created .appspot.com. please note down, whatever is the id.appspot.com is the link where your application will get deployed. So this is a unique URL which you are getting for free. Okay, in Eclipse, what you need to do, task number 3, 4 and 5, first is open it, next, go to, there's going to be a small G icon, because of the plugin which is installed, a small G icon will be appearing on the toolbar. Click on New Web Application Project. I will just show you this once this Eclipse comes up. So New Web Application Project option will be there. Once that option is selected, a dialog box will come. In this, you need to specify the name of the project and package name. Name of the project, package name you type in, and then click Create New Project in Workspace. You clear the Google Web Toolkit checkbox, that is not required, and ensure that Google App Engine checkbox is selected. You can also give the app ID which you had given when you had created in the console. Use app ID. Here you have to give that app ID so that this application is deployed on that server. This is the dialog box for new web application. Here you need to specify that ID which you had created. We are just now opening the engine and getting our hands in it so that we are able to display Hello World application. Click Finish. A new application would get created. Next, what you do is go to the Hello World servlet which will be there and change the message to Hello World example or something so that you know that you are the one who has created it. Next, you click on Run As option. There will be right click on that project name. There will be a shortcut, click on Run As, and there will be a web application option. So once you click on it, localhost :888 is local deployment of this web application. Next, when you click on this Hello World servlet, it will display that message, Hello World example. And next is the final step where this application will be deployed onto the Google App Engine. You right click on Google and say deploy to App Engine. Once you do that, this application will get deployed. So this kind of a dialog box will come. Click on deploy. You will see the packages are getting transferred from your system to the Google App Engine, and Hello World will be displayed. Okay, a small warning message will come while installing. Allow access. You need to restart Eclipse. Great. So my Eclipse has just got installed. You can see just now my Eclipse has got installed, and I will do these steps to make sure that we can see a hello world example done. So we are going to create the first example. Now I don't remember the app ID. Yep, this was the project ID. Sincere Pen 119 something something. Oops, sorry. Copy. Close this. Everybody remembers this, right? Sincere Pen 1194007. This is the ID which I need to specify when I am using Eclipse. Now let's see if I have close welcome. Yeah, you have this G button visible. I think it's below, behind this my face. Can you hide my face also? Can you hide my face? Excuse me. Can you hide my face? My face, the option is behind this. So can you hide my face on the screen? Yeah, thank you. So over here in the Eclipse, now everybody please pay attention. This is the first application of Google that we are deploying. Okay, look at the steps carefully. It's there in the lab guide. I just mentioned them to you. Click on this G icon. Click on New Web Application Project. A dialog box should have come by now. Not responding. Here, this is the dialog box I was waiting for. Here, give the project name, let's say hello world. Give over here com.example. Okay, let me just look at the steps once again. These are very important steps, so I'm just being careful. So this dialog box will come. Type in hello world in the project name. I have done that. I can actually give hello my pack just to be sure. Then it says ensure use Google Web Toolkit. Uncheck this checkbox. Check this. Use default SDK fine and use app ID. Now over here I have to give the app ID which I had copied over there. which is Sincere Pen 119407. Are you all getting this? Please click yes. This is a very important dialog box. Good. So you're understanding that I am creating a new application. Click finish. Okay, so the project is created. Now you can see over here, Hello World Servlet Java is there. I've just added, let's say, Hello World for TTT. That means this is what Hello World I'm creating right now. And this is the package which I want to write. Then what you need to do is click on this Hello World, right click it, go to Run As, and click on this Web Application. When you click on this Web Application, select Resources to save. Since I had made changes to this, it is asking me to save it. Click on OK, and you can see some messages coming at the bottom. I'll just show you. So you will see some messages. An important message to look is you should get such message over here. Module instance default is running at HTTP localhost 8888. Okay, so just take this, copy this address and paste it in your browser. So that application is now locally working, like this is working currently on your system. Okay, Hello World for TTD. Now we can stop this application. We have just tested it. We can click on this red button, stop it, and next what we do is we deploy it. Now this is the first Hello World program which NIT TTT group is posting. Here there is an option called Deploy to App Engine. So click on that. Now it has shown me a Google box. It is asking me to sign in. So it is going to be the same sign in which I am, same user ID password which I had used to create that ID, project ID. Password. Did you understand? This dialog box automatically has come in. And I click on sign in. It is asking me permission. Google plugin for Eclipse would like to do all this. Click on allow. Now you can see at the bottom right hand corner over here. Can you see it? I don't think you can. You can. At the bottom right hand corner you will be getting nitgae3@gmail.com. Can you see this? I don't think maybe you can see or not see. Okay, I'll just resize this. Or first, let me deploy. Let me first deploy now. No, you cannot see. No problem. Never mind. Never mind. So no problem. Let me click on OK. Right now, this deploy button is there. Let me deploy, and there is a launch app in browser after successful deploy. That means I click on deploy. You will see these messages coming. Preparing to deploy. So then it will going to make a zip file out of this application, and it is going to post it on to Google server. Yay! First time application going to Google server. I'm very happy. Preparing to deploy front end. So these things will take time in your system also. When you're going to do it in the afternoon, 3:30 onwards, it will take some time, but don't get hassled. First time it may take time. So you can see now, uploading 4 files, initializing, deploying new version, etc., etc. Messages are coming, and be happy. Congratulations. Now it says 1.sincerepen119740appspot.com. Click on Hello World, and we should see something good. Hello World for TTT. Now this URL, even wherever you are in India, world, wherever, you can type in and you will get Hello World for TTT. This is an application now deployed on Google App Engine. Congratulations. Our whatever morning effort till 2 p.m. we have managed to say Hello World. I told you to be patient with me. So from morning till afternoon we have just made an application which says hello, but then this is a new application, new environment, so you needed to be aware of what we are doing. So we have the first application up on the server, on Google server. So this is running on from Google server, and if I were to show you something more, so now if I were to show you, this is my app engine. So you will see suddenly over here, this is my application which is running. So let me just refresh this a minute. Oh wow. So we have just now created a first application and deployed on Google server. Great. Let me just refresh. I'm just refreshing so that I can see some statistics. Okay, what I wanted to show you was this graph. Can you see this? January 18th, today at 2:02 p.m. I can just see a spike over here, small spike. This small spike in the graph shows that my application is deployed and is being accessed. A small question. Just say yes or no. Do you have browsers in front of you? Browsers, yes or no? Do you have a browser in front of you? Like you have internet, right? Excellent. So what I want you to do is, all of you can just type in this much: sincere-pen119407.aspot.com. That's it. So you will all get Hello World App Engine available servlet Hello World. So in a matter of minutes, I have deployed an application which can be used throughout the world and on the Google platform. So hopefully, if you have a browser and you give this URL, I am hosting on to Google this application. Wow, Mumbai is already accessing. Please hide your video for a minute. No, what no? So okay, my question is, see, did you just now see what I just did? I did one exercise, first exercise, where I posted a simple servlet onto Java application environment, and my application is running. Wow, and all of India is now able to see my application. I am so excited. So let me see my dashboard. Probably I'll just refresh this. So you can see my hits could also keep going up in this graph. Yeah, here. So here, these are the number of hits, and I'm getting. There, Hello World. This is the current load. So okay, one more important thing here. Look at it. So currently there is one instance of my server which is running. It's App Engine 1.9.31, total instance 1. Average query per second is around 0.1. Average memory I'm using is around 83 MB. It's free right now, but I can set my billing from here. I can set my billing in case I want to go above my quota. I can set it from here. So it's saying how much of it I've used. So I've used around 0.08% of it. So current load, how much of it? Last hour, kitna tha? So it's showing the details of different people accessing my application. Just now, somebody accessed it. Somebody accessed it 1 minute ago or something like that. So you can see that this is the first application which got, first we deployed it on our local system and then we deployed it onto our web server. Is this clear, everybody? Can you say yes, please, so that I can continue? Yes, everybody? Please say yes. I'm waiting for your answers so that I can proceed. So we just now saw how to upload a Java servlet onto. Sir, I stuck on deploying App Engine. So maybe you are doing it along with me. And I asked you, everybody in the morning, I asked you, sir, is servlet, do we need to something? Since the servlet, do we need to configure Apache Tomcat since it is doing good, do no need, right? Okay. See, this Java environment is created by Google, and you cannot really configure anything beyond what it allows you to do. It has some restrictions, so there are no settings which you can do. There are some settings you can do in your application, but you don't have to do anything about Apache Tomcat and all. So I'm stuck on deploying App Engine. Who's this? Debashri is stuck on deploying App Engine. Debashri, what happened to you? Can you please ask me the question again? Instead of giving a button saying try App Engine now. Oh, whoa. Instead it is giving a button saying try App Engine now. Oh, who's this? That's not a question, right? Okay, great. So this was one method of doing it. Okay, so I'm excited now, very excited to see that things are finally working. Okay, I'm just resizing my Eclipse a bit. Okay, very important. See, I have logged in as nitgae3 at gmail.com over here. nitgae3 at gmail.com over here. So, is there any restriction for using web servers, or we can use any other web server too? Question from Bandra. See, this is, again I'm telling you, this is a sandbox Java environment which Google has provided, so you cannot change. Okay, if you want to change the web server, configure it your way, Tomcat, install anything, then you use Compute Engine. Then you do not use App Engine. And a Compute Engine is like a complete VM where everything is available to you and you can change anything you want, etc., etc. And that is the Compute Engine. In case of App Engine, you have an application, you deploy it onto the sandbox Java environment which Google is providing. So that is their restriction, yes. Okay, I tried here in my machine, it's showing deploy App Engine requires authentication. Of course it requires authentication. See over here, this is what I wanted to show you. At the bottom of the screen, how do I highlight this? Cannot highlight. Here, you can see nitgae3 gmail.com written, right? All of you can see that. So, please show once again how how to access that guide from student login portal. Okay. One question is how to access that guide. Okay. Now I think we are deep into App Engine, core of it. But I want to complete one more demo, and that is okay. Let me now. What I have to do so much, and there's so much little time. And all of you were late also. So many of you didn't come in the morning. So tomorrow morning, everybody, please be on time, because there is so much to show. I will take a lot of time to show all that. Today machine setup and all was the issue, but then please be on time tomorrow, exactly around 8:30. I will be here, and there is so much of practical things to be demonstrated and do's and don'ts and things like that. That it will be good if you are there from morning till evening. And I told you, this is App Engine. We have opened up an engine. When you are doing an engineering and you open an engine, you don't just disappear in the middle. We have to close it properly. We have to study all the components properly. So this 5 days, we are deploying servlets and Java applications onto Google App Engine. So please be on time. Break. Okay. So now let me repeat one thing. There are a couple of questions which people are asking. Where is the this thing student guide? Student guide is in the nitstudent.com. How do I get to this? Everybody knows? Please say yes. Anybody does not know? Yes and no. Everybody knows how to get to this developing this lab guide. Most important. Please say yes or no. I'm waiting for your answers. No. Some people say don't know how to use this. You don't know how to get to the student guide. I gave you user ID password. 50% don't know. So you don't know how to access the student guide? Oh, great. Okay, so people are asking me how. So maybe you would have got a mail from Narendra saying this is your user ID password, but people are asking for again user ID password. Okay, this is user ID password. Quickly note down this user ID or this ID, whichever you like, number. Whoever is superstitious can use this one. S131135600100 and password is DIS2015. Now again, I'm going to ask you a question, say yes or no. All of you have taken or picked up at least one or two passwords, user ID password. Okay, now you have all got it, no? Student ID password, people question asking. Student ID password questions, please remove your question. Student ID password. I've shared you with student ID password. Please remove this question of student ID password. You have got it. No, I've shared with you. And even in mail you would have got it. Now what we need to do is pick up one of the ID. I will show you how to do it again, log in again and find this. It's a bit messy, I know, but what to do? I will close this. So you go to this nitstudent.com, you log in with the user ID password, and then you go to Cloud Courseware option. Choose any book, select any of the book which is there. Go to My Library, click on My Cloud Courseware RWD00. Scroll down, there will be somewhere that book. Yeah, wait, don't deploy, just wait, let me show the book first, because that is important. You will need to use that book in the afternoon. You will need to use the book in the afternoon at the time of practice. So here it is. You can see developing and deploying cloud application using Google App Engine, lab guide. Here. One is student guide and one is lab guide. So I have taken the lab guide because that has got the steps which I was performing. So let's poll again. Now all of you know how to access the lab guide. Yes, no? Anybody who's still left behind? Please ask your local people with the user ID password for the steps. Otherwise, you will be left behind. You will not know what to do. This is the lab guide setups and steps which you need to do after 3:30. So this is the first exercise which all of you need to do. Actually, exercise is nothing but what you see will be the some modification of the activity. So this is the first activity which you all need to do today. That is to deploy a Google application and see hello world. Okay. Okay, great. So first, everybody is clear with the first activity. These are the steps which are given in the book also. Hopefully you will be able to do it. If you're not, then I think you have done something wrong. Okay, so what you do now is we will do the second exercise, second activity. Okay, or any questions before we start the second activity? Yeah, this is the first exercise. Welcome to Google App Engine, which is nothing but the similar steps which we have done just now. So we will. Can we? Everybody say yes. We are okay with the first exercise, first activity, and first lab exercise. First activity and exercise. Okay, no. You will find problems. Of course, you may not get the same step. You may type something wrong, or so things which can go wrong. Yeah, somebody while deploying it is giving error. Something. Java class file is Java 8. How to rectify? Java class file is Java. Okay. Okay. Now, I think you also need to look at a file called okay, one second. You will also see that there is a file called appengine-web.xml. Yeah, after 3:30, I think there will be an Adobe session where I'll be there. So using that chat and all, we will figure out how to do it. Let me show you some more things till 3:30. Then I will be online through Adobe. Okay. So then we will figure out what more troubleshooting support I can do. So currently I am also showing that in case you type this incorrectly while creating the application, you can change the application ID over here in appengine-web.xml. Okay, I think there's some note which is written on 1 second. Okay, but this is not for this application. Wait a minute. Adobe link is there in the mail, which you would have got on this schedule. Adobe link is there in the mail, which Narendra sent, the attachment, the schedule. It has a link. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me do the second example. Let me just do the second example and let's look at the error later on. Now, I was talking about something called Maven. Okay. I was talking something about another way of doing it. Okay, next exercise. Okay, next exercise is building simple cloud applications using Eclipse and Maven. Hello, welcome to Google App Engine world. Now, this is another way of doing the same thing, but this will be using Maven. So, some applications will be Maven based, some applications will be normal web applications. Now, here what you need to do is slightly different than what we have done till now. Ensure that you have Gmail account, create a new project and create a new Maven project, add a required code, run test application on local server, deploy and test application on Google App Engine. So these are the 6 steps which we are going to see now for the second activity. So I'm sure all of you would have got a Gmail account. Okay, then what you do is create a new project. Okay, so what we do is go to this console. Somebody was saying something. Okay, so this is using Maven we are doing. So what we are doing is we are going to create. Okay, what is Maven? Good question. In the afternoon. Yeah, it is mandatory to learn both ways because that's what is covered in the book. Okay, what is Maven? First, no audio. Somebody's got no audio. Maven is person who's got no idea. Check whether your connection is. Sangeeta is saying Maven is kind of a configuration file. Actually, Maven is a repository of information. In this case, it's Java information. Java is jar files are all going to be stored and cataloged in Maven. There's going to be a directory structure which is followed by Maven, and using that it gets the required jar file from the web. Can you put my screen on the side? Okay. So what I was talking about is that we are going to do the next exercise, next set of steps, where we're going to create a new project. Let's say I'll call it Hello Maven. This is Hello Maven because I'm doing it using Hello Maven. I click on create. A new project is getting created on the right hand side over here. And we have this project ID which has got created, which we'll be using to deploy the Maven application. Okay, now what you need to do is go to this file, new Maven project, file, new Maven project option. Click on next, then click on configure. Okay, in this you have to type in add remote catalog. https:// Okay, click on OK. Oh, I missed a step. In description, Google App Engine, you type in, click OK. Google App Engine. Okay, I was waiting for this. Actually, it was refreshing the indexes. Over here, it should have come like this Google App Engine archetype. What is this archetype? What are we doing right now? What we are doing is we are creating a skeleton application, skeleton Maven based application. These are predefined skeletons. That means these are predefined applications which are loaded on the web. We are going to pick up one of the skeletons, make changes and then upload. We could have made by hand all the folder structures. I will show you the complete folder structures in a minute, but that would have taken too long. So instead of making the complete folder structure, I am just picking up the folder structure already created, some sample files which are already created, and I am going to deploy them. So just follow my steps over here. It says select Google App Engine archetypes from the list. That is the first type. And click next. So it's saying downloading archetype. Okay. So I'm just giving some name to it. Now over here again it says application ID, your app ID. No, it'll come. Just wait. It's downloading. Somebody is trying it out. It'll come. So here I had given this project ID. I need to give the same project ID over here in application ID and click finish. In fact, I can make this application version 31 because latest one is 1.9.31, App Engine version 31. Click finish. 1.9.31 is the latest App Engine. So it's creating App Engine skeleton. It is downloading some files. So I can click on this icon on the bottom status bar. In progress, I can see importing projects and all that. It's importing certain files, skeleton files. What also Maven does is, it creates a local repository on your system. In a C drive, there will be a .m2 folder which is created, hidden folder. So what you'll do is, next time, this is the first time this is required. So people who are worried about the bandwidth need not be worried. The first time, it is going to download and install this thing, and it will take some time. But next time onwards, when you do it, it will pick up from your local repository. So it is currently caching some files, which it will put it in its own repository in my system. And next time onwards, it is going to pick up the files from there. So what has happened over here is, I have got my Java web app. Some files are coming still, I think. Currently, the complete skeleton is not created. So once I click on the finish button, so it downloads it and it shows. So something like this will be created. This is the complete architecture. So it's downloading certain files, it is downloading a complete structure, and it will create something like this and show you. So the Maven structure has to be like this to work that's, I told you, there are some predefined rules when you are using Maven, and this is one of them, that you have to store certain files in a certain sequence. So under main there will be Java, there will be web app folder, and in that there will be web-inf. This target folder is created once you compile. This is a target folder which can be later deployed and all. So target folder is something which is created once you compile, and then there is something called as pom.xml. This pom.xml contains the definitions of packages which you want to include in your project. Pom.xml. So if you have a pom.xml in your project, that means that this is a project which is using Maven. And you can also see, importantly, when you are using Maven project, it will download the SDK itself. The first time, if I am doing 1.9.31, for 1.9.31 it is downloading the SDK. So it will take some amount of time to download all these packages, and then it will be able to serve it. You can do with earlier version also, but then again 1.9.31 is the latest as of now. Next month or next month it may change. So we will have to go to web app folder. By the time it is coming, let me just see whether I can do this. Web app. Right click, new, others. I have to have an HTML file. So I have typed in filter and I can see HTML file index in the file name. Okay, I'll click on next. File name has to be index.html. Click on finish button. So I told you, you have to be a bit patient when you're first time doing this. It will take some time to download these packages. Maven will take some time. First time it is downloading and it's storing it in its own repository. Next time onwards it will be picking it from the local repository. Okay, I think by the time it's downloading, one question which has come up is I'm trying to deploy a project, but showing the deploying app is requiring authentication. So just check in the background. There may be a dialog box which might have opened up, which may be having Google sign-in required. So in that, enter your Google Gmail ID and password, and then you should be able to do Borivali. It says no archetype found after something for somebody is there. After filter. Um, after filter, no archetype found after filter. Actually, it takes some time to download some archetypes when I was doing it. So it's picking up these things from web. So just try it once more, the steps which are there in the lab guide, and give it some time to fetch the information. Yours, the net might be very slow. Mine is pretty fast right now, so I was able to quickly go ahead. Maybe give it some more time. Okay, till the time it's taking time, let me go back to my lab guide. So what I'll do is I will add in the index.html. I'll enter the this thing. Hello, welcome to this something. I'll put it as message in my index file. Then what I need to do is I have to right click on this and say run as Maven build and select App Engine Dev Server. There will be an option which says App Engine Dev Server, which will run this application in my local system. And once I've done the App Engine :dev server, then I say App Engine update. Next step would be this. When I say dev server, then I can say http localhost :8080. Now remember, this is 8080. Earlier version we had 8888. This one is localhost :8080, and you will see the application running. Then you can go back to deploying it. When you're deploying it, first time it may ask you to accept terms and conditions, and also give you some kind of a message which is this kind of a code. This code you have to put it in Eclipse. I will show you this. Give me a minute. I'll just show you this. So this code will be required to be pasted in Eclipse, and finally when you say http://yourappid.appspot.com, you will be able to see the application on the web server. That means you would have deployed second application, which is through Maven, onto the web. Okay, this one is how to import an existing Maven project in Eclipse. That means if some project already exists, how to import that. These are the steps for that. I will just go through them once my application gets downloaded. So So let me go back to my slides till that time. Just give me a minute. Okay, so we were at this point. In slide, consider a scenario where you have to develop a Hello World cloud application using Google plugin for Eclipse. This we did. I showed you the steps and we were able to see this. Hello World example. We were able to see Hello World example. All of you were able to see. So in this session you learned that Google App Engine has following components: runtime environment, data store, cloud storage, memcache, process management, and cloud endpoints. All this some of them are the terms which we discussed. We'll see more details of it practically later on. App Engine services are free for some extent, and then Google charges if you exceed the free limit. I showed you where billing can be done. Billing option is there. If Google Cloud Console provides one centralized location to easily manage all projects. So yeah, we saw Cloud Console. So there are two types of console. One was the admin console and one is the developer console, which is the developers at console.google.com, and one was appengine.google.com. Google Developer Console provides auto-generated project IDs for new projects. So we did all this and were able to create the first Hello World project. Now let's look at the second set, which is explore Maven, build simple cloud-based app using Eclipse and Maven, explore the Google Developer Console, and dive into App Engine Administration Console. Okay. So what happens is, Maven is a Yiddish word that means accumulator of knowledge. Maven is a tool that can be used to build and manage any Java-based project. Maven provides collection of jar files known as Maven repositories. Maven provides set of commands to download and make use of Maven repositories. We'll see those commands. Maven command can be used from Windows command prompt. You can do it from command prompt also. You can do it from Eclipse also. We are doing right now from Eclipse. So there is some group ID, artifact ID, version, and package. These are like every package which you're making will be belonging to a group. It will have an artifact ID, it will have some version, it will have some package ID. This is to identify your application. There is something called as archetypes. These are ready-made templates. When I was going through a dialog box and I was saying download, I was downloading a template of Google application which was Hello World already created, and allows users to create projects using template which are based on common scenarios. So there are some common scenarios. So for that we are creating a Maven based application. Google App Engine uses the feature of Maven to provide some useful App Engine archetypes at Maven Central. So you will find certain examples like guestbook archetype. This will show you how to create a guestbook, a sample application of guestbook. App Engine skeleton archetype. This is what I have chosen here right now. This is a blank template, nothing inside it, just used to create a new project. Hello Endpoints archetype. This is again a skeleton which uses endpoints to display hello message. Endpoint skeleton archetype. This is again a blank architecture for creating skeleton application, endpoint applications. Okay, so this is explaining. This is guestbook archetype is complete guestbook demo. App Engine skeleton archetype is a new and empty App Engine project ready for your classes. Hello Endpoints archetype. This architecture generates a simple starter cloud endpoints backed by API project. Endpoint skeleton archetype. This archetype generates a new and empty cloud endpoint backed API project. So what happens is, when you create a Maven project, a skeleton gets created. It has following skeleton. That means it has this following structure. It has got a Eclipse launch profile. It has dev app server launch. It has got updated application.launch, NBT XML, form.xml, readme. Then it has got source main. In the main you have got Java web app, and in web app you have got web inf file which has got web XML, logging properties, XML, web.xml, test, and target. This target is created when you are compiling the project. So this is the problem statement activity. You have developed an application using Eclipse and Maven, and you should display hello, welcome to Google. Further, you need to deploy it on Google App Engine. So once I am able to download the packages, I will show you how that is done. So once it should display hello, welcome to Google App Engine. Then I will also show you, if there is already pre-built application which is Maven built, how to import it in Eclipse. So when you have a Google Developer Console, it generally displays the list of projects, and you can customize the settings by project by clicking the project name. The following figure displays few key options of the developer console. You have overview, permission, API and auth, monitoring, compute and storage. Now what does this mean? So here you have, one is home, you have permissions, APIs, monitoring, compute, storage. All these are main headings. Now this I'll just show. In the console, I have got the pins which I am removing now. So when I do that, from on top, this will go. So there are something now. Categories is filter products and services. So I want to be able to use home. I want to be able to use API manager. I want App Engine. Then we have got storage, big table, SQL, data storage and storage, data store and storage. Then there are operations, which is monitoring, debug, trace, logging. So I want you to explore all these options in the evening or afternoon. Some of them are related with App Engine, some of them are not related with App Engine. There is billing also. Now, some of the slides have also gone some changes. So when you see overview, this option displays overview of the application. Actually now overview is not getting displayed. From other screen, home screen dashboard is coming. Then there is permissions option, but I think now it's called something else. API and auth. Again, this option has changed, but it's available under API Manager. This monitoring option is there somewhere. It's got changed. Screen has got changed. Compute. This is again an option, but that option is now part of your. No, still there. It's still there. See, whatever coming over here, API monitoring, source, compose, networking, storage, in my Google App Engine, on this side, left hand side, you will also be able to see storage, monitoring, tools, big data. So all this is categorization of the different options which are available. I'm almost through with my download. So this one will download around 164 MB first time. So be careful when you're giving this command. You need to be patient enough to be able to download around 164 MB of Java SDK App Engine version 1.9.31. So once this download process ends, then we will be able to deploy this. Okay. Once we do that, I'll show you how to run it locally and how to deploy it onto Google App Engine. It is slow for me. Who's this? Shahid Nagar BBSR. Okay. See, we are talking about development, which how USA is doing right now. People in USA are developing applications. People who are doing it for large scale are doing it. Now, this kind of development is happening in developed countries. For example, people in Silicon Valley, California, etc. They are developing applications on Google App Engine. But now, if I were to do it, let's say in a remote part of India, my bandwidth still has to be good. Then only it is possible. Otherwise, I will have problems. I will not be able to deploy Hello World also. So try to understand that first time there will be some hiccups when you are downloading and installing this Maven archetype, etc. But then once it gets there in your cache, this will work for the remaining applications. So, and anyway, this is the app engine which we are studying, and I told you to be patient with it when it's downloading and installing things. Otherwise, this will not work. So after 3:30, you will be practicing this, and I would try to support you guys through Adobe Connect. Link would be there in the mail which Narendra has sent. So Borivali is still saying authentication required. Okay. One second. See, what Chrome does is, are you using Chrome, by the way, Borivali? Are you using Google Chrome? There will be some things, for example, troubleshooting. Somebody logs into Google Chrome and goes home. So this was Mr. X. Now Mr. Y comes in and start using Google App Engine. So there may be a conflict between him, his user credential, and the one which was already logged in earlier. So importantly, there will be some troubleshooting tips which are present at the end of this lab guide. So this lab guide which you are seeing, if you go to right now we are on page number 46. No, we are on page number 49. Page number 49, remember that. So if I go to the bottom of it, there are some troubleshooting tips which you may find helpful, because we spend a lot of time trying to troubleshoot and debug these kind of problems. And I will show you whatever troubleshooting tips I know of. Troubleshooting tips. This is on page number 431. So you may end up in a situation where, let's say, it may say while compiling that this project ID doesn't exist. So that may happen that you have created that project ID with another user account, then and now currently you're trying to deploy it with another account. It may also happen that Eclipse allows you to log into it. I mean, I had shown you bottom right hand corner, not visible right now. Wow, just now finished deploying it, this thing. Okay, very good. We are very close to doing it, but before that, can you see this right hand corner, Google App Engine, GA3, Gmail? I'm just logging off from here. I'm just going to deploy my Google Hello World again. Right click, Google, deploy to App Engine. So here it is asking for my authentication. Hopefully Borivali should have got it, and all of you should also get it. So I will type in my password and it'll ask me for all this permission, and I'll say allow. And once I do that, you can see over here nitga3gmail.com is coming on the right hand corner. Along with it, it will also deploy this application. Okay, coming back to our this thing, Maven based application. I was on page number 49. Okay, by the way, these troubleshooting tips are important. Go through them later on. Troubleshooting tips are very important. They will help you resolve some of the errors. I was at this point. Okay, this was, I've just deployed it again, the app, hello world. Now coming back to the Maven project. In this source, under main web app, I would have put in an index file. Where did it go? Yeah, here it is. Under web INF, index file is there. So I'll double click on it. It says insert title here. So this is Ttt Google App Engine. Title of the page: Welcome to all faculty of Google App Engine. Something which, whatever I want to show and put in HTML tag, let's say H1. This is Maven based project. Okay, so I do this. Next, what I need to do is right click on this Hello Maven, click on Run As, and click on this Maven build option. And in this, I have to click on Dev Server. Dev Server is local server, local on my system. So it says index HTML has been modified. Save, yes. So what is again doing is it's downloading certain more packages which it requires for compilation. These packages are mentioned in pom.xml as per the architecture. So that's why I'm telling you that we will need to download few things on the first time. Next time onwards, if I compile and upload, it will not download everything. But first time, it does require to download all this. So I'd ask some volunteers to note down how much and how do they feel about downloading it. And I hope when you start downloading it at after 3:30, don't be in a hurry to stop the download in between. So please ensure that you have sufficient time and bandwidth available to be able to download till the end. Otherwise, you will not be be able to do it. So do not be in any hurry when you start these steps for the first time. Another thing is, why do we need this Maven? Because there will be a lot of applications which are Maven built already in one of the theorem. Uh, so what I am going to do is, currently we are creating an application from the scratch. But it may be that some applications are, let's say, pre-packaged in a zip file you will be getting. So I will be uploading them on FTP, to the FTP, and I'll be, all of, can you just vote over here? Have you got some data files? Data files. Can you say yes, no? No, I know. Currently, maybe you have not got any data files. For future subsequent classes, we do need a couple of data files. Data files means pre-built architecture of half of the application. So I will give you certain FTP link and password, and where we can communicate. So by the way, since all of you have Gmail IDs, and maybe we should probably do something with Google. What should we do for communicating? Maybe we should make a group. Okay, Google App Engine TTT. I'm just making a group. So can you guys join this group, Google App Engine TTT? This is the link. First time we should actually meet somewhere else also. Sorry? We have 5 minutes, right? So, I will have to quickly go to my this thing Adobe Connect, and we'll continue on voice and chat on Adobe Connect then. Okay. I need to wind up from here, and I will have to go to my Adobe Connect. You don't have Adobe in your link. Narendra had sent a mail in which there was a PDF file which had the link. This group is created on Google Groups. So I will be on the online most of the time. So please be patient when you're starting your project. I mean, the exercises are two exercises. Hello World through Google Archetype, that is normal web application, and through Maven. That is the exercise for today. Tomorrow we will see more details of how we can deploy more application on Google App Engine. No link in mail. Okay, wait a minute. Then let me just see how we can understand. Anybody has that PDF? Can you please mail it to me, lokeshb@nit.com. Any one of you have a mail from Narendra which says Google schedule, which has a schedule for Google Adobe Connect? Any of you have link? If you don't have, then I'll probably mail it again. I'll have to search my mail and send it to you. No problem. Okay, no problem. Let me get that mail again. I will just get it and mail it to you. I will. So it's almost 3:30 now, and I need to vacate this room for some other session probably. And tomorrow 8:30 I will start, and we will see more advanced features. There are a lot of concepts. We have already got my hands dirty, and oh, very good. Now, can you just see the output? Can you see over here? It says localhost 8080. Yeah. So copy this, paste it in your browser. So welcome to all faculty of GAE. This is Maven based project. This is running currently on your system. You can click on this red button on top over here. This is what you should get generally once your deployment is complete. Now we had done a local deployment. Now we are going to do a deployment on Google server. So you say run as Maven build app engine :update. So once you do that, it is going to put this on the Google server. Yes sir, this is going to be second document or second application which I am showing. We are going to upload on Google server, and then all of you can click on that Google link, and the link, and you will be able to see that this site is deployed. Just give me 2 more minutes. This is the last part of the process. Output. We are just seeing the output of the process. So it's just uploading onto the Google server, and just pay attention to it. We are almost to the last part of this second activity. But then be committed to do these 2 activities, even though it may take you whatever hours because of the networks being slow. But try to understand this is how California, Silicon Valley is programming now. If you want to learn it, you need to put in that, if either increase the speed of your network or put in that extra hours. We being in India, we generally end up spending more time because speeds of network are slow, but first time round, you need to put in that extra effort to see the output. and see how we are configuring Google App Engine, and we are putting the Hello World application onto the server. It's just going to build this file and we're going to deploy it in any minute. Yeah, now the deployment should start. Should start deploying. Well, it's asking for permission. Okay, you will get this kind of a permission. Click allow. You will see this kind of code. Please copy this code, switch to your application and paste it. So select that code, copy it, Control C. Oh, you're not seeing it probably. Wait a minute. So I'll just move this browser. See, you will see this kind of a code which is coming. See, it'll say, please copy this code, switch to your application and paste it. So you copy this code. It says, please enter code. Click over here, paste it. Very important step. Do this. Press enter. And now your application is getting deployed. I feel like clapping, but anyways, let me hold my excitement back. Now, it's not the first time I'm doing it. I'm happy because I'm able to show it to you. You guys have been spending like almost like whole day with me, and we are finally being able to see that this application is getting deployed. So there is of course a small learning curve involved in App Engine, and now first of all this application is going on the Google server. In another few seconds it will be on the server. So till the time it's doing, how are you finding this course? Good, bad, yes, no? So can you just send me your feedback? How is this course on Google App Engine? Can you just vote yes, no? Feedback time for me. How do you find Google App Engine initially? We will get our hands dirty, don't worry. You will have errors coming, things not uploading, everything. But then still you have to persevere. Keep on doing it. So just let me ask you your honest feedback on this. How do you find this? Should we be teaching this to our students, how to deploy applications on Google platform? I'm very happy to see your positive responses. I hope I still have not got votes from everybody, but till now everybody seems to be positive about it. Okay, so you see build success, that is the message. Updating a module done. Everything is done. Now where is my application? It has got deployed successfully and I need to see it. Now where is it? This was my Hello Maven application. Remember, this was the ID. Hopefully all of you are able to see. I am just going to type in over here this ID .appspot.com. Now you can see this, all of you, wherever, in whichever part of India you are, please type in hello maven -1194.appspot.com. This is coming from Google server in US. We have deployed the second application in Google infrastructure. Question is whether it will work in all OS. Win 7, Win 8, 10, all software. Okay, there is I mean Windows 7, 8, 10, Linux, Mac, wherever Eclipse works. See, it requires Eclipse with Java 7 mostly. So there it will work. So, and Eclipse works with most of the things. So welcome to all faculty of GAE, and I'm very happy to see at least 35 people are positive. People who have not voted does not mean that they are negative, but they have not said yes or no. So they are kind of confused. Can you please say yes or no? It's either way. It can't be maybe, I don't know, it's scary, it's difficult. Yeah, it's scary and difficult. First time anything is scary and difficult, but why are you thinking or not voting? So tell me whether you would want to put your application on Google platform. Yes or no? I mean, then we have some things to coming. So please vote yes or no. And I think we just managed to upload 2 applications today. Tomorrow we'll upload some more applications, and after this you are going to do this same exercise. The lab guide I've shown you how to access. There's no data file required for today. Your work is just to follow steps given in the lab guide. Do activity 1 and 2, which I just did in front of you on your systems, but your network should be sufficiently fast enough to be able to support this and get things working. In case you see, the thing which can go wrong is you type something wrong. You do not type something which is given in the step. You miss a step. You interpret the step wrongly. Maybe your system is not configured correctly. So things which can go wrong will go wrong. That's okay. We are learning a new technology which is very, very cloud centric. So you have to be prepared to be open about it. So I'm happy to see most of you are, around 50% have said yes. Rest have not still said yes, 45%. So okay, so I think I'll wind up now. So I will see you on Adobe Connect. I'll go to another room and try to log in and send you also that Adobe login. Till that, I know some of you have not got the link. I will try to send that link. I also don't have it open right now. I will try to send it to you. Okay, I will just join back. Thank you.